You're live.
Both? Awesome. Hey, good morning. How are you? Mel Robbins here, and you're watching Coffee Talk. This is my live, mostly weekdays, unless I have ADD and we totally forget or we're traveling somewhere, broadcast where I take you behind the scenes and I share with you a bunch of things that you can use in order to go about your day a little bit differently. And that, of course, has a material impact on how you go about your life. And welcome to Los Angeles. I'm here with Susie, who had no idea she was going to be on this, and Jeremy Brown in the corner. He's hiding. He's ready to kill me. And of course, Megan is filming, and we are here at the hotel because today we are shooting commercials. I can't believe this, for my brand new daytime talk show that's airing nationwide September 16th. Holy cow. Oh my God. But the reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because we're in the middle of this program called SpringItOn. SpringItOn. It is, and now look, if you're seeing this for the first time, don't freak out and make yourself wrong. As with all things with Mel Robbins, you are always welcome, you're not behind, and everything that I do is super simple. This is my gift to you. SpringItOn is a 4-week experience where I clean out my life, my relationships, my mindset, my routine, like a spring cleaning for your life. And I'm doing it with you. And you're going to be doing it with hundreds of thousands of people around the world. So if you're already signed up, let's have a thumbs up. Tell us where you're watching from. If you want to get in on the fun, go to melrobbins.com/SpringItOn. You'll get an email. You'll get an email that not only has a link to this free PDF. This week we're talking all about giving your morning routine a refresh. That's right. I was talking to Susie, and this is why she's like got this face like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this. So Susie did my makeup. So don't I look approximately 13,000 times better than I normally do? She asked me if I wanted to put lips on for this broadcast, and I turned her and I'm like, woman, if you've seen a live stream, you know that there are never lips or anything on my face. Normally there's rollers in my hair and stains on my shirt. And so we were talking, and you said something really interesting about morning routine. So tell me what happened.
Well, so I've been doing SpringItOn, which I've been loving. And, last week did a little friend cleanse.
Yep.
In a good way.
Yep.
And, this week is all about the morning routine and the evening routine. And I said, I feel like I have morning routine envy.
Now, how many of you have morning routine envy? That you read about all these influencers and these famous people and their fabulous morning routines with the infrared sauna and the meditation for 45 minutes and the vegan macrobiotic blue algae whatchamacallit thing. And I
feel like I was like, I get to see Mel. Maybe she'll just tell me what to do.
I'm going to tell you what to do.
I feel like I need to know because I feel like I've listened to friends. I've tried a couple of their, and I do this and I put my and have gratitude. And I think you really do need to do what feels most organic to you, but my instinct is to reach for my phone. I mean, that's honest.
How many of you, are you somebody that the second that you wake up, you know you should practice gratitude, but you feel a little eye roll about that. You know you should exercise, but you just don't want to because you're not a morning person. And your first instinct is to reach for your phone. If you can relate to this, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yep. Okay. So here's the thing about morning routines. I think morning routine envy is a real thing. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that a lot of people lie about their morning routines. I think lying about your morning routine is a real thing. I think pretending you have the perfect morning routine is a real thing. When I'm home, I'm almost 80% in my morning routine. Mm-hmm. I get it done because it's super simple.
Right. So, I think I need a simple one.
Yes. And when I'm traveling, I almost never get the whole thing done because there's too many excuses. I am in a different time zone. What's wrong? You're looking at me. Oh, Megan gave me a look.
No, I have an itch in my ear.
Oh, you have an itch in your ear?
Jeremy's going to get it.
Thank you.
And so I think the key to having a morning routine, and morning routines are critical because how you start your day has a massive proven impact on how your day turns out. There's one piece of research that I think is really profound, and this comes from Sean Anker. I talked about this yesterday, but I'm gonna tell you this too, Susie. If you consume 3 minutes, just 3 minutes of negative news, of negative television,
Mm-hmm.
of negative emails, maybe stressful emails from work or stressful texts from friends, you have more than a 50% chance 8 hours later to say you had a bad day. And the reason why is because of what consuming that kind of information does to your mind. It literally sets your mind up to be on the lookout for things going wrong. And so the reason why a morning routine is actually so important is because, number one, it determines what your priority for the day is. And we also know, based on research, that your mood in the morning, it impacts your productivity all day long.
For sure.
So here's what I do. Then this will get rid of your morning routine envy, because you have a 14-year-old son.
I do. So my mornings are different every day.
Okay.
Like sometimes getting him off to school, or sometimes I have an early job, or sometimes, so it's not like, oh, every day and then I have to be at work by 9, and that's just not my real life.
Yeah, that's not my real life. That is
Yeah.
not real life.
No.
I don't think that's
Okay.
anybody's real life
Okay,
at this
fair.
point in the world, right? But we look at other people's morning routines and are like, how do you have 2 hours to do all that? I'm sorry. Unless you live a fantasy life.
Well, I do have fantasies of like, I'm gonna wake up and get into down dog, and then I'm gonna, like, it's like I have fantasies of that. I do.
I love that. Okay, I do too. And none of those fantasies come true.
No, because I'm not in the mood.
Oh, good. Okay, so there's major takeaways today. First of all, if you're not getting your morning routine done, it's too complicated. Secondly, if you're banking on your mood being the motivator, you've already lost, because you will actually never be in the mood to get out of a warm, cozy, awesome bed. And thinking that your mood is what you need first is why most of us fail.
Okay.
You have to make a decision, because you know that even though it's painful to get out of bed, and even though it's painful to not reach for your phone, you have to make a decision that you're not going to, because of the impact it's going to have on the rest of your day. And so there's only one thing I want you to do.
Okay.
You ready?
Tell me.
When the alarm goes off, you're going to get up.
Yep.
Okay? And then do you use your phone as an alarm?
I do, but most days I don't need an alarm. I just body clock.
Wow, I do not have that issue.
Today I needed an alarm, but
Okay.
most days, because we sort of get ready for school, the whole thing.
Great. Okay, so I prefer that you not put your phone in your bedroom.
Okay.
That way you can't reach for it.
Okay.
Because it's a habit to
Yeah,
reach for it,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
don't even realize that
True.
you're reaching for it. And so what I would prefer that you do is that you put it in your bathroom, or you put it in your kitchen, or you put
Okay.
it on the floor in the corner.
Okay.
And since you have a 14-year-old who needs you, just leave the ringer on, but
Yeah.
turn the buzzer off.
Okay. Mhm.
If you need me, call me.
Okay.
He will text you in the middle of the night, but he probably won't call.
Right. Well,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
can also walk down the
Yeah,
hall.
you can walk down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to get up, and then you're going to do something that I call self before sell.
Okay.
I want you to let's start with 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just 5 minutes. Because you can find 5 minutes even if you have a 5 a.m. wake up call to
Yes.
go do an early makeup appointment, right? Or brows appointment.
Yeah.
You're going to find 5 minutes for self before sell, wherever my cell, we're going to use this as a cell phone. And the reason why I want you to do that is because I want you to take 5 minutes, make your cup of coffee, and I want you can either do a gratitude practice where you literally just write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Now here's a trick about gratitude. Writing down what you're grateful for doesn't work unless you do it this way. Because if I ask you what you're grateful for, everybody says the same thing. I'm grateful to be alive.
Mhm.
I'm grateful for my health, and I'm grateful for my family.
Mhm.
And that's so generic
Mhm.
that you're not retraining your brain.
Right.
You've got to add in the because.
Right.
I'm grateful for X because.
Okay.
And the added detail will make you change up what you say, and it will also train your mind in a way that's more detailed, so it actually has a lasting impact on the way that you view the world. So you can either do a gratitude practice, or you can do what
Where
I
am
do.
Sitting for all this.
Wherever you want,
Okay.
away from your phone.
Not in bed.
I'd prefer you get out of bed. Yes, good question. Get out of bed. I would prefer you actually get up and move away from your bedroom,
Okay.
and just start you can be making a cup of coffee as you're doing this.
Yeah.
Here's what I do. The thing that I ask myself is, what is the one thing that matters most to me today? And when you ask yourself that question, you've now just set your number one priority. It could be that you make it to your son's whatever, theater show, right? It could be that you do a great job at the 11 o'clock appointment. It could be that you spend 30 minutes working on something related to your mobile brow service, right? What's it called? Flybrow. Here in LA, Flybrow. There
and
you
San
go.
Francisco and New York.
And San Francisco and New York, Flybrow. Little entrepreneur right here. Awesome. It could be that you're just going to find 20 minutes to really work on, I don't know, you're going to do a Google search and see what other brands are doing. Just one thing. I only want you to think of one thing.
Okay.
And what you're going to be leveraging is something called the Progress Principle.
Okay.
It's a piece of research from Harvard Business School.
Okay.
And people that focus on one thing that matters to them every day, the reports around how much momentum it creates, you're more than 60% more likely to actually get that thing done.
Oh, I love that.
And more importantly, it gives you control before you let the world in.
Yes, this is so manageable. This is good.
Yes, see, that's the thing. It has to be manageable or you won't do it.
Right.
That's why I'm not putting downward dog in.
Yes.
That's why I'm not putting in, if the gratitude thing is not your thing, don't do it.
But the gratitude thing feels most organic and
Yep.
like believable
Okay.
than all the other things
Yeah.
I thought about.
Yeah, so all I want you to do, what are you going to do? Give me just the simple steps that you're going to start doing as your 5-minute morning routine.
Well, I'm gonna put the phone not next to my bed. I'm gonna get up and while I'm doing other things, possibly spend 5 minutes thinking about the one thing I intend to do that day
That matters to
that
you.
matters to me.
Yes. Okay? And by doing that, putting yourself before yourself, when you think about it just from a common sense standpoint, what does that mean about how you are starting your day?
I'm prioritizing me.
Boom. That is the most important thing that you could do in your morning. The most important thing is that you prioritize yourself, because we know once you pick up your phone, your entire day is hijacked and gone.
That's true.
Yes.
And also emails are like for other people responding to
Yes.
this email.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, awesome. So if you want to join us for Spring It On, just go to melrobbins.com/springiton. You're going to get this amazing free workbook that will help you deconstruct your routine. If you got routine envy, you're not alone. And it'll help you think about the small things that are based on research that will actually put yourself first, help you make you a priority. And when you do that, your whole life changes because you start your day in control and you start your day focused on the things that matter to you instead of being pulled in a million other directions that were dictated by other people. That's where your stress is coming from. That you're waking up and grabbing your phone and you're immediately present to all the things you didn't do, all the stresses that everybody else has, all of the like crazy headlines that are out there in the world, and you cannot and should not continue to do that to yourself. You don't have to. It's a 5-minute switch, seriously. And then the other thing that I will say is there anything else I needed to cover? I don't think so. Oh, and don't worry, this is free. I don't sell anything. I'm not selling you anything. I really mean that, because I have a daytime talk show. So I don't have to get you into a mastermind group in order to pay my bills and in order to make a big difference. My whole business, and there's nothing wrong with that kind of business. Mastermind groups are incredible, particularly if you're launching a business. But I know so many of you hesitate to join in on something cool like Spring It On because you believe that you're going to be sold to. You're not. I'm doing this because I needed a spring cleaning and I hate doing things alone. And I knew that your life needed a spring cleaning too. And I wanted to do this with you. So go to melrobbins.com/springiton, do it with your friends, and come join us. All right, we gotta go. We got commercials to shoot. But in case nobody else tells you today, I want to tell you that I love you. And I love you.
I love you.
And I love you, Jeremy. And I love you, Megan. And I believe in your ability to ditch the morning routine envy.
Yeah.
And make a 5-minute change that's doable, so that you wake up and you take control and you feel proud of yourself and you put yourself first, because you know what? You deserve it. And that's why I'm here every day with Coffee Talk on the weekdays, to remind you of that fact. All right, we'll see you tomorrow from San Diego. Have an awesome day.